What is up, guys? My name of course is Carlo. Welcome yet to another After Effects tutorial, and today it's a requested question I've had quite a few times actually, how to create the particle beam from the Ghostbusters films in After Effects. This could be associated with Harry Potter as well, so we are going to do that right now. So I was going to use Trapco Particular for this, but I just feel it's it's quite a hefty paid product, so I just thought to myself, try and keep it as simple for you guys as possible, and use a couple of plugins which are free of charge, which I will add in the description below. So firstly, I'm going to set up my com, 1920 by 1080, 10 seconds long, click OK. Let's create a new solid. Let's call this beam 1, like so. Keep it black, 1920 by 1080, cool. And then we're going to get our pen tool and simply draw a wavy line, like so. It doesn't have to be 100% neat, like so, and then simply we're going to right click on the first beam, come up to Effects, Video Copilot, and we're going to click our Saber plugin. Now Saber is a free plugin from Video Copilot, and like I've just said, guys, we'll post a link in the description below where you can pick this up and install it free of charge. It's a super powerful plugin, and I just recommend you get it if you're an After Effects user. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down to Custom Core, and we're going to change a couple of settings. We're going to come from Saber to Layer Mask, and then boom, it's going to set our Saber to our masked line. So let's just play around with the overall look of the beam, whatever you want to call it. Now, if you come up to presets, you've got loads of presets that you can use for whatever sort of type of film you're trying to create. This doesn't necessarily have to be Ghostbusters, but there is a Ghostbusters preset in there, which we're going to use right now, which is cool. So this is the Ghostbusters preset, which is fantastic. And if we move our lines, as you can see, it automatically updates within your composition, within your line, if that makes sense. And yeah, we're going to animate this in a second. So let's just bring the core size up a bit, because we want that white in the background, like so. Let's bring the glow spread down a bit. Just bring the core size down just a little bit more, like so, which is great. So let's just animate this now, which is very, very, very easy to do. So we're going to click on the arrow, click open our masks, and we're going to set a keyframe for mask path. We're going to move it, say 1 frame, and then we can select in our box, and now we've got the little round keyframe circles. We can move our energy beam whatever sort of direction we want. It's entirely up to you. If you do this whilst animating it to, say for instance, a character, you can do the same thing. So if you've got a video behind, you can animate the sort of direction it goes, wherever you want. Let's go 1 more keyframe. Let's just keep animating our line. Doesn't have to be the neatest thing in the world, but it's entirely up to you where you sort of take the animation. Maybe bring this one out a bit, like so. Let's go another keyframe, another second, sorry. Let's move it around a bit. This is the easiest way to do it to get decent results without using very expensive plugins. Well, not expensive at all. I mean, Saber's free of charge. So let's bring this up. Let's bring this maybe over a bit, and just keep going, animating it until you reach the end of your composition. Now, I would definitely say do not move the first keyframe, because that is going to be your point of origin. So if it's coming out of like a Ghostbusters Proton pack, you don't want to move that. You want to keep that steady. You can. And let's bring this up, let's bring this down. It's entirely up to you where you go with it. It's entirely up to you. But just keep going, keep framing it until you've reached the end of your composition. Maybe bend that up, maybe bend this one up. It's entirely up to you where you're going to go with it. So let's move this one. Make sure never move the first one, because like I've just said, that's going to be your point of origin. That's where the machine, where it's going to come out of the machine, or your wand if you're doing a Harry Potter thing, so on and so on. And you're just going to keep going and going and going. Now, for the sake of the tutorial, I'm not going to animate the whole lot. I think you get the rough idea. But if we move it along now, as you can see, we've got a really cool energy beam. If you turn off the line for your mask, as you can see, you can look at it in its full glory, animated. So it's entirely up to you how you animate it, how you want it to go, so on and so on. So it's pretty easy effect to pull off. Now Saber comes with loads of different presets, so you can literally just play around with the presets, guys. It's entirely up to you where you go with it. You can have a distortion, glow settings we can set, so on and so on. It's entirely up to you where you sort of go with it. But what I like to do is I like to add on top of that another plugin called VC Color Vibrance, and I want to change the VC Color Vibrance, say, to a red. And as you can see, we're going to get, once I've done it, let's bring this down. You can do whatever color you want. So say you want blue, it's entirely up to you where you sort of go with it. Let's click OK with that, and let's bring the brightness, say, down a bit. And what I'm doing in essence is changing the inner core to, say, for instance, a different color. So we're just giving it a variation, so you can select this, and if you don't like that, then you can change it to like a blue, and now you've got a wicked green sort of outline. Bring the vibrance up, so let's bring the brightness up just a bit. So you've got the green now with the blue edging, so on and so on. So let's create our point of origin quickly for this, and let's create a new solid. Let's make this solid a white, and I usually call this point of origin call it point of origin. Let's just switch that off. Let's get our rectangle tool, go to ellipse, and then just create a circle right here. Switch it on, and let's get our arrow, our move tool, and just put it in position like so. Hit F on the keyboard, feather it out, and now we've got our glow point of origin. So now we're going to add another copy of VC Color Vibrance on it. This time we're going to get our color picker, and we're just going to select the color that matches the actual proton itself, and that looks pretty cool. Now you can add things like sparks and stuff like that, and I will add a little spark plugin for you to download. So I'm just going to import that in now, which I should have one on my very messy desktop. So I've got loads of firecracker sparks here, so let's just open this one here. We've got a little spark here, and then I could sort of put that here like so if I wanted. Let's hit S on the keyboard, scale that down a bit maybe. It's just going to give you, they're not very long, these animations, but you can place them anywhere you want by keyframing them. Let's just put this let's put this over on top here. Let's change the blend mode to screen like so it sort of interlinks with it, and then all you're going to do basically is just keyframe this to the movement of the beam, which is not difficult to do. So let's go to effect, video color, add another copy of video color vibrance, get our color picker, and then just sort of match the color up with that. We can even bring the opacity down on that just a touch, so it's sort of blending in just with the electrical thing or with the beam, the Ghostbuster beam you're trying to do, and you can literally place this wherever you want. So if you wanted to, now because you create, you can Command D that, duplicate that, and then you can bring your other copy. Sorry, didn't mean to do that. That was the wrong one. Let's go undo. Sorry about that. We want to duplicate the firecracker, guys. Command D, and that's to bring this one over. And say, for instance, bring it there, maybe rotate it a bit, change size. It's entirely up to you what you want to do with it. This is all based on taste. Let's open that up. Transform, bring the opacity up a bit, and you're simply going to animate the sparks to move with this. So these are actually quite fast while they happen, but when you're doing the effects, they're going to be quick anyway, so they're going to be quite easy to do. Now what I like to do is create a new solid, make that black, and then what we're going to do, guys, we're going to create another line. So I'm going to create another line simply like so, and then we're going to add another instance. Oh, didn't want to do that. We're going to add another instance of Saber to that. So let's go to Saber, repeat the process, custom core, Saber, layer text mask like so, but this time we're going to change the blend mode of that one to screen, and now we've got two energy beams connected to that. So we're going to move this up to match this one. Maybe bring this below the firecracker itself, and let's just play around with a custom core on that one. Let's change it to Ghostbusters like so. Let's change the color to say a blue like so. Red, green, whatever color you want to make it, guys, it's entirely up to you. It's all based on taste. Let's go to say a light blue like so, and then basically what you're going to do, guys, is you're going to animate this the same way as you did with the previous one. So select my path, go one frame, let's just move this in a, oh, not that one, just undo that one, select the outer circle so you've got the white keyframes, and then move these around, say for instance a different direction. But so, you know, it all depends on taste at the end of the day. It all depends on how you want the protons to look, but obviously, you know, how you want to animate it, so on and so on. But it's entirely up to you guys how you do it and how you set it up. Now once you've done it and you've completed it, I'd always recommend that you render it out first and add it to your video by using blend mode. But if you don't, you can pre-compose the complete composition. So go edit, layer, pre-compose, and go Proton, move all attributes, click OK, and then what you can do is go to effects, stylize, and add a glow to that if you want. And then just play around with the glow. Let's just go on top. You can change the glow colours how you see fit, how you want it to sort of glow up, so on and so on. A and B colours. It's entirely up to you how you sort of play the game. But as you can see, we've got a nice, even though the animation is not very long, because of the tutorial length, you're going to get a rough idea of where we're actually going with it. As you can see, we've created a really cool proton. The better you animate it, the better it's going to look. So, as always, guys, if you have enjoyed this video, smash that like button, and as always, I'll definitely catch you guys in the next video. Ciao, ciao.